justice and peace and equality.
All right, Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, and we back with Miss Kim Mays, covered by Kim, State Farm agent, celebrating 5 years in business. Put them fives up. Put them fives up. Man, I almost started a rap song.
Don't get me started.
Man,
Okay.
You already know. But we was talking about, before we went to commercial break, we were talking about the grind, the hustle, you know, being a real estate agent coming to insurance. Now, what made you choose State Farm? Because I mean, you could have sold Geico, you could have sold Allstate, you could have sold any insurance. And we talking about, let's not get it confused. You know, it's still a little stereotype for, you know, you're African American, African American woman. But in most of the time, as African American people, we usually go to sell to who we know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So are you trying to say that State Farm doesn't sell to the African American?
No, I don't. I'm not saying that,
Okay.
but it was a stigma. It was like for me.
Okay.
Like I said, if you had State Farm insurance and you was African American going
All right. So let me answer that question.
Yes,
Why
please.
did Kim Mays go to State Farm?
Talk to me.
Right. First of all, I was born to wear red and white.
Okay. Okay, Delta.
But for me, you know, when I looked into different insurance agencies and doing this, State Farm is the number one insurer.
Okay.
Right. And so I'm a number one kind of chick.
Okay.
Not only that is when I was talking to the recruiter, not only the recruiter, but to other State Farm agents
Right.
about their experience being with State Farm. It really was a no-brainer for me, right?
Okay.
So you even said, I'm coming from real estate, right?
Right.
So what does that mean? I don't know how to sell insurance, right?
Correct.
I've never sold insurance before.
Correct.
The support, the level of support that I not only get from corporate State Farm, but from my other fellow State Farm agents, not even in Georgia, but across the United States, is unbelievable.
Right.
I totally appreciate, a couple of things. Every time I go out of town, right, I always say, oh, I wonder where the closest State Farm agent is. Or if I see a State Farm agent's office, I just know I'm close to home.
Okay.
Right? I don't even have to know these people. Never met them before, anything. But not only that, my customers, right?
Right.
So once you're a State Farm customer, you're a State Farm customer, right?
Okay.
So if I have a customer who is in a different city and they need help or something, I can easily pick up the phone. We're 19,000 plus agents strong, and I can get my customer help.
And okay.
That right there it's a game changer. It's what makes State Farm. And so I want to be a part of that type of culture.
So
right?
it's like a support system.
It's a huge support system. It's an unbelievable support system. It's
Okay.
almost like a secret society support system. It's crazy. And not, we're talking about support system, and
Right.
again, not knocking real estate. But, being a real estate agent could be a little cutthroat, right?
Man. Come on now.
But that is not the culture of the insurance environment. So I really appreciate it. And then again, it helps me to be very comfortable
Right.
and just willing to just put myself out there, right? I don't feel like, even though it's Kim Mays and Kim Mays State Farm Agency, it's really just all of us, right? I think about the things I do and how it can help, other agents, how it can help the brand,
Okay.
right? So why not State Farm?
Why not State Farm?
Yeah.
I mean, like a good neighbor. You serve Henry County. One of the great cities here is the neighborly city of Locust Grove. I think you guys serve all of Henry County, you and Sherry, and
Yeah.
the other partners. You guys have strategic partnerships all across Metro Atlanta, so I know y'all got it sold up. Now, when it comes to
Trying to.
sew it up. When it comes to building a team, you got a great team here.
Yes.
Great team.
Yeah.
And I mean, you built this team person by person, pouring into them. And I see you like not only I think you had one girl where you had her here and you helped her open her own office. So you're about building people.
Yeah. Okay, somewhat. But
Or
not-
she
She did
she
go.
shadowed you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I always have people who want to be agents.
Okay.
So again, that goes back to the willingness to help, right?
Right.
Several agents helped me to get to where I am.
Okay.
So it's my job to help other people who want to become
Man,
agents.
come on now.
Right. And I am not bothered by the fact that they want to become a agent.
Right.
So there really is truly enough for all of us.
All of us.
I tease, you brought up my sister Sherry. So, we are a strong force in Henry County,
Correct.
she and I.
Correct.
The reality is, and she and I do a lot of things together.
Okay.
We do a lot of things separately. The reality is we couldn't insure all of Henry County if we tried, right?
Right.
We may think that we want to, but it takes a lot of work.
Okay.
Another thing I love about State Farm is, it's more about the relationship, right?
Right.
I don't need to insure everybody. I just need to insure, a couple of people, and I really spend time, if I have a, whatever number, is educating them, right? So a lot of people know us for our auto and our home insurance, but really we offer over 100 insurance products, right?
Okay.
And so our job is to help solve people's problems.
Right.
Problem is they don't realize that they have a problem.
Yes.
But, anyway, back to my point of helping other people who want to open their office.
Okay.
If anybody had any questions about what is it like being an agent, more than happy to share that with them. And there's no, competition, or I'm not worried about, what it is they do. As a matter of fact, I probably would cheer them on and celebrate them, right?
Okay.
Or either say, man, they did a really good job.
Right.
How can I do that?
Right. Right.
So
In the journey, before, we just talked about you building a team, but I forgot a one phase of the journey, because you and Sherry are not lifetime friends, but you are actually lifetime sisters. Because you guys both came in the game almost together,
Yes.
not knowing each other.
No, we did. We did not know each other.
Okay.
Her office opened 3 months ahead of mine.
Okay.
But we had been together I've known Sherry since she accepted the State Farm opportunity.
Okay.
I was immediately connected with her, right?
Okay.
African-American female. We have the same sales leader. I was immediately connected with her.
Right.
So I had the ability to watch her journey, what was
Right.
going to be my journey.
Right.
3 months ahead, and I had the opportunity, to support her. So we
Okay.
laugh when she celebrates her 5 years June 1st, I celebrate, right?
Right.
And so when I celebrate September 1st, she's gonna celebrate.
Okay.
When her doors open, I was right there, even though I
Right.
didn't know how to do anything, right? When I opened my doors, she was right there for me.
Right.
So
And I mean, from there, you guys have created an awesome network through the network of Southern Crescent Women in Business. I mean, doing phenomenal things in the community. And I mean, just making an impact for women in business. How does it feel to be a woman in business at this level? Because, you got entrepreneurs and you got, hey, I own this, I own that. But we talking, man, State Farm
Yeah.
is big business. So
Yeah.
you're a business owner.
it kind of goes back to, people ask me all the time
Okay.
about my decision to become a State Farm agency owner.
Right.
And I say it's the best decision I've ever made in my life,
Okay.
right? And I made that decision at 45 years old.
Okay.
So it's never too late.
Yeah. Wow.
And insurance isn't necessarily popular, right? But like I said, now once I got in here and I sat in the seat, I realized how I can help people.
Okay.
I didn't really understand insurance and auto insurance.
Okay.
And taking the time, I had a conversation with a young lady today. I probably spent 30 minutes just talking to her. She was actually getting company canceled, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to lose her as a customer. But I gave her some nuggets when she goes to the next company, hey, make sure they do this, make sure they have this. This is what this means, right? And, hopefully at some point we'll be able to get her business. But having the ability to do that is, for me,
Absolutely.
priceless.
And
It has
make an
become, the money portion of it has become so small
Okay.
to the bigger picture.
Right. Because and I mean, I see the billboards. I see the flash and the flare. I see the rap cars. I mean, hey,
That's the marketing.
man, y'all look like rappers, man. Y'all look like rappers when y'all ride, man. But when it come down to it, I see the branding and I see the marketing and I see putting your name out there. But one thing about it, I know your reputation precedes you because I see you constantly pouring into local nonprofit organizations here, partnering with nonprofit organizations, and most importantly, I think you partner with Community Development for Real People, Life Beyond Water. You partner with our organization, Streets of Gentlemen. What does it mean when you're able to make that kind of impact when you're not just helping others feed their family, but helping people get back on their feet? God anointing you and blessing you for that position.
Ooh, I feel like that's a very big question. Because the reality that so many people need help, right?
Okay, right.
The hard part is who do I help, right?
Yes.
Who do I give the money to? Who do I give the time to? Because I'm just one person, but being an agency owner and having the means to be able to do that, again, another one of those priceless opportunities. I'm also supported by State Farm to do that, right?
Okay.
So they encourage us and will even sometimes assist us when we're donating to nonprofits.
Okay.
But just learning about some of the organizations, hearing their stories. I had a chance to attend your gala.
Yes.
To hear the young man stand up and say what your organization did for him and what it meant to him is real.
Yes.
It's a real thing. There are people who really need help, outside of the flash, the glamour, the glitz, the this, the that. So I absolutely enjoy it. I mean, honestly, if I could just probably do that and I didn't have to worry about sales, I would be good.
You would be a humanitarian.
I'd be humanitarian.
So that's your second passion, right? Humanitarian work.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's just coming into this and seeing.
Okay.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is not about me.
Correct. Because, I mean, it's easy to be at the golfing outings and the who's who events. But when you're actually, putting your heart and soul behind it, it's something different. It's everybody wants to be the popular, but you have a passion for that. And I think you built that passion because you got that Aggie pride.
Aggie pride?
Yes, sir. And you're a Delta, so that speaks a lot about your character. So now, behind all of this, making this career, this transition, and the hustling and to establish a business, because you got to make a sacrifice. You always got it's something when you want something, you always got to make a sacrifice. Home, 2 kids growing up, and a husband who is like, what was their experience like when you went through this transition to get to where you are? Like, because I mean, I know the cooking stops, I know the cleaning.
Okay. So.
It slows down. It might not stop, but it slows down.
So, first of all, my husband, Jerome.
Yes, my guy.
He and I have been married for 23 years.
Okay.
And I tell this all the time, he has supported me in every decision that I've decided to do. So let's not forget, I'm, worked in construction, an engineering degree, went to real estate, do this. I've sold Mary Kay, I want to do this. I'd make the joke, if I wanted to jump out of a plane, my husband would say, okay, just make sure your parachute is okay. So he has always been 100% supportive of me no matter what it is that I wanted to do.
Okay.
But also I have to be cognizant in his support, right?
Right.
I have to make sure that I'm giving him his flowers and not forgetting, that he's there. Right?
Okay.
Making sure that the toilet paper and the paper towels don't stop coming at the house because that's what mommy did.
Yes.
And so he and I we just work really well together.
Okay.
Communicate, hey, I'm doing this, I'll be home. You got it this time. Let's not forget, he's not an entrepreneur, but he has a job too, you know. And so in any good relationship, right, it's not going to always be 50-50.
Correct.
And so, this might be my time to grind, right? But that pendulum can easily swing the other way that I'm going to be able to support him. Fortunately, I think when I started this journey, my kids were grown. They were in high school, maybe middle school, right? So it made it a little easy for me. But, going back to all the State Farm agents, there's plenty of State Farm agents that have young children, right? That are successful in this business. So if I had young children, right? There's somebody I could call to say, hey, how do you do this business with young children, right? And somebody could help me. But husband, kids, they've always been supportive. I mean, I have missed, some baseball games and some track meets.
Okay.
But I do try to keep a balance, right? And try to keep things in perspective. I can't, I have to be cognizant not to give it like my all because I do have a life, right? You have to have a balance.
Right.
And I'm learning that more and more. And if you, sometimes if you don't have that balance, you can go crazy.
Okay.
For, then your health goes down and all that other stuff. And at the end of the day, I have to keep in mind, what's most important.
Okay.
And which is why it's important to build a good team.
Hey, man, teamwork.
You see how I bring that back?
Teamwork make the dream work, man.
Teamwork. I mean, I would be nothing without my team. And my husband is a part of that team.
Right.
So, when you're talking about building a business, who all is a part of your team?
Right. What role do they play?
What role do they play?
Man, we're going to talk about them role plays, man. We got to go to another commercial break. I got Kim Mays, Covered by Kim, celebrating 5 years in business. Serving Henry County, surrounding county, North Carolina, Georgia,
Alabama.
Give them some more, man. All that. Man, you guys stay tuned. Kim Mays, Boys of the Village podcast. Ease up.